Welcome back, disc golf fans, to round one back nine coverage of the Music City Open, the second stop of the Disc Golf Pro Tour Silver Series. I'm Nathan Queen, again joined by Chandler Fry.
Hello, Nathan. We are in Nashville, one of the funner stops we have on tour. We have a fantastic car that we're watching. We have Chris Dickerson shooting a 3-down front nine after starting off kind of slow. We have Niklas Anttila from Finland throwing a 2-down with a few mistakes in there. And then Zach Melton and Chris Clemons, the two lefties on the card, at even.
Yeah, saw some birdies and a decent amount of bogeys here on this front nine. As you see here, even a double bogey mixed in there for Niklas.
Yeah, but with 5 birdies, so he's shooting well, just getting a few bad breaks.
Yeah, brings us into a shorter hole to start the back nine. Shorter, but not easy. We've got a very small island here. Safe play off to the right side. Pitch up for your par. But OB pretty much at bullseye's distance, 11 feet away on 3 sides of this basket.
You're playing for par on this hole. If you're going for it, you're a crazy person, but I respect it.
I imagine we'll see 4 players go for it here. Well, Chris.
Playing for just inbounds.
All right.
Probably middle of circle 2.
That's a scary putt to run, but it is possible.
Lefty Chris with the standstill forehand.
Oh, and he's going very aggressive.
Great distance control. If that sits down, that's amazing. It's just a good shot.
Yeah, throws it over the inbounds area for the ending of the flight.
Oh, very overstable disc.
And I like this play a lot.
Yes.
Scoots up inbounds. He'll have a 25-foot putt or so.
Yep.
I don't know if it's because I don't have a sidearm, but I'm very surprised to see both lefties throw a sidearm here. I feel like it plays pretty well to hyzer back towards that open area.
And you have that little hill right there that you hit and bounce up. Yeah.
Zach coming up short. He's going to be taking a bogey. This is not a putt you run. If he does, it's silly.
Wow. Yep, layup from Zach.
Yeah, he does lay it up.
That is a brutal drop zone, about 50, 55 feet. Actually, maybe even longer from the basket.
Yeah,
and you are putting into OB, essentially.
So, Chris, difficult decision here. 45 feet.
We're going to see that soft little...
Very soft.
Oh.
You can see it. He knows that's not what you want to do. You don't want to hit anything unless it's chains. Yeah.
Good sit from Chris's disc there. He'll be hugging that disc later. Niklas for a pretty tough birdie. Oh, no.
Oh, and Green, the OB so close to the elevated basket, got in his nervous system a little bit.
You got to commit to that putt. Chris with a pretty rare birdie on this hole.
Yeah, it is the 4th most difficult hole on the course at only 250 feet. It's still averaged at a .34 over par. Just 20% of the field able to get a birdie and 50% taking bogey or above.
It just seems evil to have a basket that close to the OB and then elevate it. You know? I mean, come on.
Gotta make your putt, man.
Yeah, you're right.
So, yeah, very difficult little island hole there. Kind of reminds me of an easier hole 17 from USDGC.
I can see that for sure. On to hole 11, a pretty difficult tee shot. You have to navigate through this gap and make yourself either go right or left of that wide tree right there and then move directly right. Don't land in the cacti right there because they might hurt you. But if you find yourself right about here, you'll have a choice of a tight right low gap that you can try to hit, or a high left gap that the drone is currently flying through to the basket, which is pretty close to the trees and pretty close to the creek.
Yeah, another one of the shorter par 4s, but still pretty difficult. The gap off of the tee, you really only need 200 feet maybe off of this tee shot. This is the ideal tee shot as long as it doesn't flare too far to the right and into the woods, but that is the spot you want to be at.
That's great.
He can see the pin through the straight gap, but he can also very easily access that high over the top to the left.
Having visuals of the pin off the drive is very nice. Chris with that little touch forehand, he'll be in a good position to attack.
Yeah, pretty similar spot to Chris.
For being righty and lefty, they have pretty similar games as far as how good they are.
Pushing too straight, and not a good spot there. Over the top or pitch over to the right side. Try to scramble for a par now.
Nice.
Looks like a good shot from Zach.
Yep.
If he's pushed to the same distance as that tree line, he'll be okay.
It looks like Chris is going for the somewhat riskier gap on the right side. He has that sidearm hyzer play.
Yeah, I'm surprised to see this straight shot because of all the branches that he still just goes through. But he's made it to circle 2.
That's not bad, actually. For hitting a branch and not being in the bushes, that's pretty good. Chris going the high left side. Hyzer, that's really high.
Yeah, he's pulled it out wide, but fighting back pretty hard.
Yeah.
Comes up a bit short. He's going to be in circle 2 also.
I liked it. That was good.
Yeah, Zach in a good spot here. He'll probably be able to go with the mid-range. And as long as this is far enough around those trees.
Oh, yep. That looks great.
Yeah,
a little far.
Right
I mean,
around,
a little short.
Yeah, right around circle's edge there.
Just having a birdie putt on any hole in this course, I feel like, is a win.
This looks like an aggressive.
Wow.
Over the top.
Is he going for the roller?
I think he is. He got some type of roll,
he is
but
back in the.
Does not seem to be to a good spot.
That just looks painful. Like he's just walking right in there. And there are thorns that are 2 inches, like everywhere. They will hurt you.
That's why the cameraman stayed out.
Good call. Man. That does not look fun. It looks like he went a little right of the basket.
Yeah, so his disc did roll. It turned over to the right and rolled into that big area of bush.
Tennessee bramble. Is that Oh, no, he's not. It did go right. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, he is having some issues. He's holding his neck. Might have gotten a little cut. And the honey locust tree, which I'm talking about, that has the 2-inch thorns, there is a little bit of poison on the end of those thorns that could cause a little itching. So just to add insult to injury.
Yeah, and that was a good line on his putt. Just didn't quite get the fade.
Yeah.
Chris for the long birdie look now, 60 feet.
Oh, still online. Good bid. There's that creek right behind the basket, so that might have been in his head as he released that putt. And lefty Chris for the birdie.
Drops it in.
So off to a hot start in the back 9 with back-to-back birdies. He's feeling it.
Oh, and Zach not quite able to make the lefties go back-to-back. And with a bogey putt from Niklas here, we're going to have our card shoot even with 1 birdie and 1 bogey on this hole, which does play as the 5th most difficult hole on the course.
It's all about that tee shot. But even if you have a solid tee shot, you still have some difficulties.
Yeah, I'm a bit surprised there weren't more birdies, honestly. But that second shot, if you don't have that high shot over the left, that second straight shot, very difficult to execute.
A lot of trouble you can enter, as we saw with Niklas's hole there. Unfortunate bogey for Niklas. But he's still shooting under par. He still has a solid chance to put in a decent round. On to hole 12, a pretty fun little hole, only 327 feet. You have to navigate through this gap that the drone is currently flying through, and then throw maybe a fairway, or if you're feeling spicy, a mid-range, something that'll flip over and then end left towards the basket. You want to avoid those trees on the right because you will have no putt, and just give yourself a chance and get that birdie.
Yeah, I'd say with a left-handed backhand, this is a pretty straight shot. A little bit of stand-up, and you don't want too much fade.
Like that?
Yeah, pretty much like that.
Nice.
As the right-handed backhand, you'll probably see a little bit of flex and have it moving left to right and then just slightly finish like you were talking about.
And it took Chris a few holes to warm up, but it looks like he is firing on all cylinders right now.
That.
Same with the other Chris. Both the Chris's.
We've got Chris's surrounding the basket, 18 feet away.
Let's see if the Zacks can bring it on. Ooh, a little low.
Yeah, a little low, but seems to be a good thing. If that was any higher, he was going to go into those woods on the left.
Mm-hmm. And Niklas looking to bounce back after another unfortunate hole. It looks like he has this shot dialed.
Very nice hyzer stand up with a little bit of drift to the right. Beautiful shot to watch. That's one of my favorites.
Yeah, he's good at that. Ooh, giving it maybe? No, that's just a layup. Good shot from Zach. And the rest of them are punting from circle one, with Niklas being the farthest. Good catch by the basket. Good putt.
Yeah, connects left side, which we have all seen fall out quite a bit here recently this year, but connects on that one, able to get the birdie. Chris Clemons to go 3 for 3 on the back nine.
Gobble, gobble. Nice turkey from Chris Clemons. And he is lighting up the back nine, that's for sure.
Yeah, he had a couple bogeys early in the round, but nothing but birdies and pars since then. Chris Dickerson also going to card the birdie. Melton with the lone par here. One of the holes you want to get after playing that tougher stretch there.
Yeah.
Of 9, 10, 11. This hole averaging it at 2.72. Definitely one of the easier holes on the course.
And Niklas showing us that bounce back stat. He is doing well. Every single bogey I feel like he's gotten so far, he has bounced back with the birdie. So impressive stuff, really showing his resiliency.
Yeah, so after one of the easier par threes, we move into another easy par three, only 270 feet, but very cool green here. This is probably the ideal guarded green, in my opinion. There's nothing too ridiculous inside the circle. Once you get to that outside circle's edge, you could have some trouble. But very cool little elevated green here for a nice little par three.
I think the best way I can describe this green is mythical. It just seems like you walk up there and see like a sprite or an elf working on his 30-footers.
And a bit high left from Chris, but great little tree direction there. Gets him into the open. He'll be looking in the gap just inside the circle.
And Chris putting a little turn on something a little faster, maybe a fairway driver.
Yeah, he gets up right on that next level from lefty Chris. They are in a similar spot, though.
Niklas throwing that flex sidearm a little low. If that was a little higher, would have gotten an edge and perhaps skipped through the brush on the left side, but I think it was left either way.
That's a tough spot there.
Yeah. And Zach throwing a little right.
He sawed this off inside. What a punch through. Oh, you lucky dog.
Not too bad.
He will be inside the circle. And pretty much have a tap in almost.
Yeah.
And Niklas not able to get out of there cleanly, but he will still have a circle's edge look now to save his par.
That is jail over there. Great camera angle from the camera crew. Unfortunately, Niklas was not able to make that putt.
Yeah, having to straddle and not use your normal stance and putt uphill through those trees and stuff just feels very awkward.
And lefty Chris to go 4 for 4 on the back nine.
28 feet.
Yes,
No
sir.
problem. Dead center on it.
Love to see it. Chris Clemons is a fantastic player, but an even greater person, so seeing him play well makes me happy. Chris, though.
Yeah, we know about this guy.
I hate... No, I'm just kidding.
Another great birdie from Dickerson there. Also a great guy.
He is fantastic on and off the course. Great representative of the sport.
Zach trying to take advantage of his lucky break, able to do so. We're going to have 3 birdies and a bogey here.
He got away with one on this hole. That's for sure. You can see it in his eyes. Niklas get another bogey, just making a few mistakes, still carding birdies. So if he just cleans it up, he's right up there. And we have 3 birdies on the card with 1 bogey. Not too bad. You definitely don't want to see a bogey, though, that's for sure.
Yeah, they'll look to clean it up here after this commercial break.
Whether you know it or not, you have a brand, and we have discs. Let's put them together and make something really cool. We've got plenty of discs and are ready to stamp or Dimax them however you'd like.
Isn't it expensive?
Well, guy who asks convenient questions, at Dynamic Discs you can see what's available and fill out the form to see what it'll cost you before you even order. Sometimes I fill it out just for fun, because you can watch the numbers go. Anyways, head to dynamicdiscs.com/custom to place your custom order and grow your brand, whatever that is.
Here we are at hole 14, 598-foot par 4. Pretty small, difficult gap to hit, especially if you throw left-handed backhand off of the tee shot. But fairly open gap for the right-handed backhand to get up to the left side. This pin has been tucked back a little closer to the wood line, so more difficult to access on your second shot. But if you can get about 300 feet off of this tee shot, you'll be in a pretty good position.
Yeah, not the most lefty-friendly tee pad, but if you have a sidearm like Chris, he looks like he pulled a little left. It should be okay.
Yeah, I think he's
a tough line.
I think he's made it out of this gap into the open at least. But yeah, a tough little line here. That leaning tree you see right in front makes the most difficulty in this shot.
Great shot from Chris. He had that skip that added about 20-25 feet to the end of his drive. He still can't see the basket, but he'll have a good chance at a birdie.
Yeah, he's gotten far enough up there. He should be able to see those orange whiskers that you can see on the ground for Circle's edge.
He's got to get left.
This needs to hyzer. And he stays out of the woods, but won't be able to see those orange whiskers. He's going to have to throw a higher shot, maybe a little bit wider than you want to.
Beautiful looking shot from Niklas. The farther left you are on this hole, the better or the easier your upshot will be towards the basket. So great looking shot from Niklas. And Chris is way back here. Going big flex shot.
Yeah, this is just getting as far out there as he can. Try to be able to see the basket for his upshot, but should have a manageable shot in for his par.
And if Zach is going from the green right here, he is playing with fire. There is about... Whoa.
Oh, what an incredible shot. Oh, my goodness.
There's some Tennessee love for the Tennessee native. That's a great shot from Zach. Love to see it.
Yeah, he went over top of this wood line pretty much on half of that shot.
That's a scary shot, too, because if you connect with one branch, you can find yourself in no man's land with no chance at even a par.
Niklas with a dig there. That's going to leave him about Circle's edge with a downhill putt. Gets a little scary. It's a fast green behind it.
Nice and high from Chris. He'll have a putt. That's a good looking shot. Tested the trees a little bit, but it worked out.
Other Chris coming into the green now for his par.
He will not be getting 5 birdies in a row. All right, let's see if Niklas can clean up that putting stroke. He was looking a little hesitant on the last few holes.
I know he likes that bounce back stat.
He's just not feeling it.
Just a bit low. Another nervy putt here. It seems like these greens that have the OB and the slopes are getting into Niklas's head a little bit, making putts on the flat greens, and a little tentative on these other ones.
This is only his second tournament in the U.S. so far on his tour, so he might still be acclimating to the culture as well as the climate. So we'll be seeing him playing well at a few more tournaments this year, I'm sure.
Chris Dickerson very well acclimated to the climate and the terrain here, as he is from Tennessee.
Yep.
Gonna card the birdie. Good birdie to get on this hole.
And the two Tennessee guys getting the birdie. That was a great upshot from Zach. I love it.
Yeah, not really in position. Not sure he was out of position, but not really in position. And able to throw a great second shot to get up onto the green.
Yep, he manufactured that shot for sure. So we got 2 birdies and 2 pars. Not too bad. I think the whole average right around...
Yeah, not too far under par. Pretty much right at par.
Yeah. And this hole 15, this is a doozy. You got to navigate the gap out of the tee pad. There's a little gap on the left side, but they move the tee pad back, which makes it harder for the right-hand backhand or even right-hand sidearm players to navigate through. So the play that you're going to see from the right-hand players, over the top, get into the open, and then throw to the basket. Just miss this tree right here.
Yeah, you've got, like you were saying, over the top. It's more of a straight shot than a hyzer like it was last year. Straight up and over. A layup to before the gap is also the other right-handed play. Left-handed, you can throw an aggressive flex shot to get through the gap. Fantastic shot from Dickerson there.
Yeah, great. Nothing wrong with that one.
That's all you want.
I'm hoping to see a couple left-hand gap shots. From
I'm hoping to also. I don't know what the other play is.
Looks like Zach is trying it.
Needs to go left, and he makes it through there.
That is a nice shot. Great control.
He's going to be in a pretty similar spot to Chris. Maybe a little bit further out there.
And lefty Chris going for the same shot.
Nails it.
Wow. These guys are good.
Yeah, we've got all 3 players through that tree line so far. See if Niklas can get up and over like Chris did.
That's low. This guy get really lucky. It does not.
Yeah, he'll be able to pitch out from there, maybe get a little bit of distance on it, but not likely to be in a position for birdie.
Unless... No.
Well, he did get a lot of distance on it. But...
He'll be behind that big old tree.
Yeah, it could have cost him a little bit more trouble.
Yeah.
Been a little bit too aggressive trying to get the birdie.
Want to hook this in right before that tree and have it skip towards the basket.
Yeah, this seems to be a pretty tricky upshot, really. Like, you're
It
not
is.
far away from the pin, but it's a gradual downhill, and the way that the trees shape your shot, it's difficult to not go too far.
A little bit of tree love for Zach there. Those trees will grab your disc and put them in places that you couldn't even imagine how difficult they are to get out of. Lefty Chris going a little right, testing that other tree. He should be fine.
Yeah, he'll be just inside the circle.
A bit longer than he wanted, that's for sure.
Oh, no.
Tennessee is not being kind to Niklas right now. He is finding those little small branches, those iron leaves that are just knocking him down. But it gives him a chance at a highlight putt.
Yeah, this would be a great par here if he's able to connect. Looks a bit low, though.
His accuracy is there. He's hitting metal on every putt. He's just not committing to the height.
Chris Dickerson,
Birdie.
Clemons, excuse me, back on track for the back 9 here. Took 1 hole off, but got him another birdie.
Yeah, 5 down for the
5
last
down
6
through 6,
holes.
yeah.
That's good stuff right there. After having an even front 9, Dickerson with an uncharacteristic miss from about 25 feet.
Yeah, seemed a bit rushed there. Maybe I don't know that his stroke usually looks that quick.
There's some bad juju on this green with Chris Clemons big putting both Chris Dickerson and Zach Melton.
I think there was some bad juju on this green. I had a quite unfortunate dead center spit out here.
Yeah,
so I feel you guys. I feel you.
Maybe you started the bad juju. Maybe.
Yeah, I definitely did play before these guys. So.
And Niklas with I believe that was a bogey. Unfortunate. And Chris with a par that he probably doesn't even understand. 3
great drives, but only 1 able to connect for the birdie.
Yeah. Not too bad, averaging even for the card.
Yeah, and that's about what this hole averaged on the day, 3.96, right in the middle as far as difficulty goes. That brings us into hole 16, 350-foot par 3. Couple different plays. This right side this year is new. Straight shot down this way would be the more difficult shot, I believe. You see all these branches overhanging. They grab your disc very easily if you don't get it exactly where you want. There's a small flex line off to the left side. If you can get your disc moving slightly left and then skip back to the right.
Do you take the flex line on the left?
I do.
Nice. I love this hole for that right gap that they open. It is so fun. If you execute it, it feels great.
Yeah, that straight gap. I haven't tried it yet, but I know what you mean. It's always feels great to hit that straight gap. And Chris using his lefty powers to get inside the circle.
You can see the sun starting to set out there.
Dickerson going a bit higher left, more of a flex shot. This looks really good as well.
Man, that's good. Great looking shot from the Chris's.
Very stable disc. Zach Melton try to emulate one of those shots. Going with Chris's line, but not quite as overstable.
If that gets on edge, though, that's... Oh, no, he found the trees.
He smashed it into the tree line.
He might have a putt, but either way, it's going to be a tough one. And Niklas going to show us how the right side is done. Oh.
And a bit early release, but early enough
to
scoot him on up into circle 2. I'm going to go ahead and shout out one of my card mates from yesterday, DJ Wicks, or Donnie Wicks. Backhand roller roadrunner to inside 5 feet down that left side.
Oh, that is awesome.
Such an incredible touch shot to watch.
Perhaps the only person to do that in the entire tournament. Niklas barely missing on the left side. Good bid. And Zach did not have a putt.
No, able to pitch out, though. He should be able to tap in his par.
And Chris to go 6 down on the back 9 through 7 holes.
Ching.
This man is good. It just shows you that, I mean, the front 9 obviously matters. But even if you have a not subpar, that's the wrong choice of words. But even if you have a mediocre front 9, you can still light up the back 9 and put in a decent round. And that's what Chris looks to be doing right now.
Both Chris's, really. Dickerson had a better front 9, but still shooting well on this back 9, getting his score on up there, too.
Nice birdie pickup from Chris with that sidearm. Nice touch play.
Double
Perfect.
Chris, double birdie. We'll have Nicholas and Zach carding the pars here.
There we go, Zach. Keep on trucking. Oh, look at that camaraderie right there. Yeah, Chris and Zach, real good friends. All right, 2 birdies, 2 pars. Moving on to one of the hardest holes on the course, hole 17.
Yeah, hole 17. You've got OB all the way down the right side, the entire 777 feet of this fairway.
Oof.
You might as well have OB all the way down the left side of this 777-foot fairway, as that tree line is just like the rest of the course. If you go in there, you don't have anything out.
You're in trouble.
If you can push 380 feet off of the tee, the fairway gets a little wider for your landing zone. But scary to do so, as there is a second tree for these right-handed hyzers that we're going to see that could stop you from coming back in bounds. Once you do get to the green, the OB wraps around deep as well.
Yeah, much like hole 9, it requires 2 precise throws to get that birdie. There's a lot of OB chance, a lot of risk, and this looks amazing.
Oh my goodness, this
That
is
so
the
good.
Best lefty backhand shot that you could throw. He has executed that perfectly.
He is past that second set of trees on the right. He is in prime position. That was amazing. And Chris looking to go big hyzer over the OB. And that looks a little...
Definitely early release there.
Yeah, that's...
But he did make it over that first set of trees.
I apologize for that sound right there that I just made. I'm just confused.
He stays out in the open, though, so he'll be in a good spot. This is going to be OB.
Come on. Hit those trees.
Wow, it's got a lot of drift on it.
Stop. Oh my gosh,
But
that
it
was so
still
good.
does go OB. Luckily, he gets the entire flight of that disc, and he'll be all the way down there.
Yeah, he can
with
still save par.
Yeah, small chance to save that par. Difficult green. Pretty surprising to not see him go big hyzer here.
Oh, did that?
It stays in bounds, but not in a good spot. He won't have much movement to get power on this next shot. Hopefully, we don't see him get too aggressive here. Oh, he got pretty aggressive there. And he's going to end up in the tree line on the left side. He's going to be scrambling from there now.
Yeah, just the story of the back nine for Niklas, just finding unfortunate spots and not being able to really throw the shots that he wants to throw. Nice and low. If he gets on the edge, he can find... Oh, jeez.
Oh, no. And that was looking really good, but drifted just a bit too far to the right and catches that OB.
Such a tricky spot for this basket to be in because it makes the right-hand backhand player test that right side, which brings those trees into play. And this looks a little high, not as committed as Chris wanted. And he is in the creek, which is safe.
Yeah, he's safe over there. Might have a line or two, but still very thick.
Yep. And yeah, Chris with a fantastic drive, farther than Clemons. He's going high hyzer over everything.
And again, that looked to be a bit of an early release. He gets far enough that he has a pretty open look. He'll most likely be pitching that up for a par.
Out of Dickerson's hand, I did not think that was going to be a great shot, but it was. So I'll stop talking about it. And Niklas is once again in the trees, pitching out. Oh, wow.
Nice camera work there, showing all of the stuff in the way. And he's still got to try to get through there somehow.
It's just brutal.
And does advance, but doesn't make it out.
You got the double tree kick back.
So Melton, after throwing 2 shots, but throwing his 5th shot here, small chance to save bogey.
Yeah, that's a tough one to run because there is OB right behind the basket. He'll be carding that double bogey, unfortunately.
And Chris Clemons has a chance to get out cleanly.
Oh, no.
Ends up landing in a decent spot as far as open to the pin. He'll still have a chance to save his par.
Dickerson giving it a bid, more of a layup. Yeah, just so many chances on this hole for things to go wrong. It is just a brutal gauntlet of a hole. Niklas with his 3rd attempt at pitching out from the woods, and he finally gets out.
Chris right around circle's edge here to save his par.
I love watching Clemons play. His game is so good.
Yeah, and you can tell he's excited about that one, keeping
Yeah.
that clean back 9 going. Still 6 down on the back 9.
Oof.
What a clean hyzer release on that putt. Gets it up high enough to drop down in.
Yeah, when his putt's on, he's always hitting chains. He's a fantastic player to watch.
So this hole averaging 4.62.
Wow.
49% of the field taking bogey or above. It looks like almost as many double bogeys as bogeys, not quite. But just a lot of high numbers on this one.
And one thing of note on this first round is, I can say it now, no one in the entire tournament had a clean round. Everyone carded at least 1 bogey in their round, which is kind of insane because usually there's 1 or 2 or 3 people that come out off the round shooting hot,
Yeah.
not making mistakes.
But when you've got a couple holes averaging a half stroke over par,
Yeah.
going to be difficult for somebody to keep it clean. We
True.
did even have a couple more than 1-8 on that hole. So
Oh my gosh, 2 double bogeys on the feature card showing that hole is not to be messed with. Hole 18, fairly difficult par 3, 384 feet. There's 2 plays. They open up the left side from last year. They can go straight at the basket with either a right-hand backhand flex shot or a high lefty flex shot that comes back into the green. Or you can go big hyzer on the right side, hopefully over the trees. If you connect with those trees, you will most likely find the out of bounds.
Yeah, also, I don't know that we'll see it today, but you can throw it about 350 feet straight and have a fairly easy layup shot from there.
Yeah, we're not laying up today.
Yeah. Chris Clemons going that big lefty flex shot, and it just flexed it too much. He does not make it back inbounds on the other side. He'll have a fairly long approach shot from this side of the lake.
That was so close to being perfect. And Chris going that high spike hyzer.
Look at that Nashville sunset.
Hey.
Look at that Chris Dickerson spike hyzer. He is on the green.
There we go.
Has himself a birdie look.
Yeah, this is I'd argue this is elite distance to have that angle on the hyzer at 384 feet. That is some good distance to have right there.
Yeah, you've got to get over top of those trees late.
I like this play. It's got it. Yeah.
And a nice flex shot there from Zach Melton. Able to get on the green. He'll have about 23 feet.
See if Niklas can close out this round with a good hole. Goes big hyzer.
Yeah, and this looks pretty good as well.
Good height. Beautiful shot. Yeah, this course is beautiful at sunset. It is quite the sight.
So pretty open here, but kind of scary, just throwing over OB the whole time. Chris Clemons able to manage it well, and looks to be tapping in a bogey to finish out his round. Look how close Dickerson is.
So good. All right, Niklas, let's see it.
Oh, and gets the height right that time. Just a bit left side. Luckily, it sits down for him, though.
He's got some putting practice he'll be doing after this round, I'm sure. Good way to finish for Melton here. Not the round he was looking for, but he grinded, he battled to a one down or even finish, I believe.
Yeah, and you see his good attitude there.
Yeah.
Appreciating the crowd being around. Chris Dickerson, though, gonna get a birdie to finish at 8 down.
That is good. With only one bogey on the first hole?
Yeah, bogeyed the first hole, saved a couple good pars, and managed his way to a very nice 8-down lead card performance.
And Clemons, with that unfortunate bogey on the last hole, still shot, put in a 6-down round, I believe. 5-down round, I apologize. So decent round. He'll be on the chase card. And then Chris will be on the lead card, one back from Mr. Joel Freeman, who put in a 9-down round with one bogey as well. We also have Garrett Gerthy and Mr. Queen coming in and rounding off the lead card for tomorrow.
Snuck on in there with the 7 under. You see a tight leaderboard, 4 7s, 3 or 4 6s, and some 5s. We appreciate you guys tuning in to the Disc Golf Network for this first round coverage. Make sure you tune in tomorrow for round 2 of the Music City Open.